This is Lewis Hart for Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and William Hill. Delighted as ever to be joined with Anthony Crolla. We're here for James Moorcroft, but other than that, how's things been, mate? How you been keeping?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, thank you. All good, obviously, here for James. We've got a great opportunity Saturday night, and I was doing a bit with you guys, with Callum Smith the other day, with Dom McGuinness. But yeah, no, all good, mate. All good.
How do you think Dom's enjoying that?
Dom's a good man, mate. I think other than sort of increasing my alcohol intake with him, he's a good man, and he's a pleasure to work alongside.
100%. Well, James Moorcroft is back out in a big fight against Eithan James. I mean, sort of James, bit of a James inception there, but another big fight for him.
Coming out to James as well. He's coming out to James as well. James, sit down.
Oh, okay.
So there's another one. I should have threw that to Dev as well.
Yeah, definitely. But another big fight for him. Another one to keep the ball rolling after beating Nathan Bennett. It's sort of really pushing on now for a big fight, and obviously potential English title fight down the line.
Yeah, of course. And like you say, sure if he's victorious on Saturday night. I'm not sure where that stands. But yeah, listen, I think it's an opportunity his hard work deserves. Ethan's a very good fighter. Like him a lot to admire about him, skills. One of my lads in the gym, they boxed him as an amateur and stuff. So, yeah, know him well. I've lucky enough worked a few of his fights as well. So I've saw him in the flesh. But no, good fighter, good camp around him. But yeah, James, on paper, he's a very big underdog, but I believe he's a very live one as well.
And with James, him not really having much of an amateur background, how do you deal with that, and how do you sort of push him as a coach where he's had more of an unlicensed background?
He's only ever had unlicensed fights and stuff, and when he come to us, I believe he's changed an awful lot since then. Not to sort of pat myself on the back, because I think anyone who's around boxing for years, that you're going to pick up and you're going to improve, and it's no dig from where he come from, but he was raw then. He was just relying on fitness, and there wasn't much method behind James, where if you just pressure, it wasn't educated, and he's certainly going to have to be a lot more educated on Saturday night, in both on the front foot and back foot. So I believe that's what I was just trying to do, sort of just improve him like that. And I think that there has been a lot of improvement in him, which we've seen in some results. But yeah, last time out, it's a fantastic result for him, and yeah, builds on that.
Well, this week is probably one of the best weeks in boxing there's been for a long time. Tuesday, we obviously had Naoya Inoue stopping Stephen Fulton. We've got a TNT double header with this, the main event, Davis Cunningham, and then followed on by Spence Crawford. We'll start on Tuesday. How sort of shocked were you to see Inoue stop Fulton?
I wasn't shocked of him stopping Fulton, but I was a little bit surprised just how convincing he'd done it. And I think Fulton's a very good fighter, and I thought that he was going to ask some questions, cause problems, but he was never really in it, wasn't it? That's not being disrespectful. I think he become very hesitant in throwing, and I reckon he does that because of the power he carries. But he was so sharp from the off, wasn't he? Sharp, and I think, like I say, Fulton was very wary of committing because he was just counted on the end of everything. The finish was superb, wasn't it? And an unbelievable performance. And I think he's a very special fighter there, and to have that. Obviously we're here Saturday night, but then over to a fight I can't wait for. He's unbelievable.
I mean, there's so many times I'll sit and have conversations with people where we talk about big fights that are happening in 2023, but we obviously talk about the biggest one that everyone's always been wanting. I never thought we'd actually see it, but we see Errol Spence Jr versus Terence Crawford, which is a massive fight. How sort of excited are you just for the prospects of Saturday night?
I can't wait. I'm a massive Terence Crawford fan as well, Spence fan as well, but massive Terence Crawford fan. And I've wanted to see this fight, so this is the fight for me, from a boxing fan. I've wanted to see in boxing more than any, and I wanted to see it for a long time, but it's not happening too late. It's not like a Mayweather with a Pacquiao type thing where it's happening years too late. I mean, it's happening at a great time, and I can't wait for it. I think you've got two elite fighters. I can't wait for it.
And where you see fights like this in 2023, where we look at the list of how many good fights we have outside of the heavyweight division, even still we're having good fights in the heavyweight division, but outside of that, how special is it now that we're seeing so many big fights that are actually happening, and more fighter freedom in a way?
It's great because, like you say, this week, when was the last time you can remember twice in a week, this happening? It's elite, number one in the division versus number two in the division, whichever way you're seeing it, both there, and again we're going to see it on Saturday. But this fight is a super fight, and it's got that feeling about it, hasn't it? And I'd love to be over there for it, I really would. But yeah, I'll be certainly. I won't be able to sleep on Saturday night. I have no problem staying up because of the excitement for that fight.
And when you think about when yourself was a pro and you think about it now, how much fighter freedom do you say that they have now to sort of call the shots? We see Terence Crawford, he's a free agent now. Guys like Devin Haney are a free agent now, and you think like, I've got enough clout behind me. I'm a prize to everyone.
No, I do like it. It's the fact they, they're calling the shots a lot more, and then when they're doing that, it sort of shows if whatever fight they want that fight. So if that's not the fight, it can get made.
Absolutely. And it's sort of a last one from me, and I've never it's such a hard question, because so many names get shouted out going forward, especially this week where you see so many good performances. But do you think that this is the most competitive pound-for-pound number one list we've had in such a long time, with Inoue, Usyk, and potentially the winner of Saturday?
Yeah, I do think that. It's obviously it's always going to cause debate and stuff like that, but no, it really has. And obviously there's fighters coming through like Usyk, Stevenson, who'll be having a claim to that spot soon as well. But yeah, no, I think boxing, there's some superstars right now, and we're in a good place like that.
Anthony, I want to say thank you for always joining me. Just another thing, what are we expecting on the boxing review show, mate?
So obviously with Mundo, check it out, listen. That was hopefully it was good listen. I've been told of a few people that really enjoyed it. So now, yeah, we've got to secure a guest for next week now.
No pressure, mate. No pressure after that one. But Anthony, thank you for your time, mate. Always appreciate it, mate. Top man, thank you.